anything like that.
No.
Georgia and Auburn in the SEC championship game. Winner has a spot in the playoff.
Again, another championship game that should be affected by an injury. Kerryon Johnson banged up, bad shoulder. I think that's going to affect Auburn's offense. So I think Georgia wins the rematch. I'm going Bulldogs.
Oh, man.
I know. I'm going obsessed, man. Somebody got to do it.
Why, man, you disagreeing so much?
We should have talked before this.
I got Auburn because one of my players, Carlton Davis,
number
6,
yep.
going to lock down anything on that side of the ball. Even though I got another player on Georgia, Baker. You know, DeAndre Baker is another guy who played for me as well.
Yeah.
But I got my money on Auburn.
Okay.
Forget about it. Georgia, and I'm upset because a real boring game.
Really?
Really?
I was thinking Georgia all week because of the emotion of the game and payback. Yeah. They're gonna have an attitude about them. And then Nick Saban had to sit here with his crimson jacket on and talk about Auburn the way he talked about them in a very glowing manner.
Yep.
And it flipped me over back to Auburn. So I'm going Auburn gets them the second time.
Okay.
Beats Georgia.
And then the
The setting is brand new, but the prize remains the same. An affirmation of gridiron greatness by earning the title Champion of the Southeastern Conference. In a storied rivalry that dates all the way back to 1892, here comes something unique. A rematch for the ages. Just a few weeks ago for Georgia, it seemed their wildest dream was coming true.
To the 4 and into the end zone, touchdown!
An undefeated season was on their mind. And then, the Deep South's oldest rivalry kicked off. And for the Bulldogs, that dream turned into a nightmare.
Touchdown, Auburn! Turn the lights out in Athens, Georgia!
The Tigers' improbable mid-season renaissance has been fueled by their indomitable spirit, an iron will.
Carry on, there's the jump pass, touchdown!
But this year, in this, the most demanding of conferences, it turns out beating your most ancient of rivals once is not enough. For Georgia and Auburn, it's bragging rights be damned. Take 2 is for the championship of the SEC.
And so it brings us to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's the SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper. The Georgia Bulldogs and the Auburn Tigers for the 122nd time. The Deep South's oldest rivalry, and we've got a rematch for the ages here in Atlanta today. The first time these two teams met was in 1892, about 3 miles down the road at Piedmont Park. We've got a few more people in here for this one. 122nd time these two go at it next. Number 6, Georgia. Number 2, Auburn. Set to do battle here in the SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper in this beautiful palace that the Atlanta Falcons also call home. 26th SEC Championship game. 3rd different venue. Legion Field started it off. Georgia Dome for 23 seasons. And here come the 11-1 Bulldogs of Georgia. They're home in Athens, about 70 miles from here. And making their first SEC title game appearance since 2012. Allie LaForce is with Kirby Smart.
Coach, you said earlier this week, you don't shake a memory. How has the memory of the loss to Auburn gotten this team ready for this big moment?
Well, it's helped keep our team focused and grounded. They realize and respect their opponent, but they want another opportunity, and that's what they've got today.
Auburn did something that no other team was able to do this season when they shut down Nick Chubb and Sony Michel. How do you put them in a better position to succeed today?
Try to get them some more open runs, loosen the defense up some. Got to get the ball on the perimeter a little bit and put a little more pressure on the quarterback. But both those guys will come out and give us all they got.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, is there some electricity in this building? Igben, Nagany, and Martin are back deep for Auburn. And Blankenship, as he's done so many times, knocks it out of the back of the end zone, so the Tigers will take over at the 25-yard line. Slayton in motion, play fake, and a throwback screen, and Georgia's all over that. DeAndre Baker with the open field tackle.
In a lot of football, that's the guys to send out.
There's another slip screen to the other side, and again Georgia is all over that. Dominic Sanders that time on the open field tackle. So far they've thrown 2 of those, and they haven't gained anything.
Yeah, but they won't do it.
Down to the 10-yard line. Stidham's going to go out with Slayton. He broke a tackle. Oh, boy, did he get hit by Roquan Smith.
All right. Darius is going, I'd like to start going deep on these routes again.
Wow. This is a guy we talked about on the Georgia defense and is the leader without a doubt. Not just a leading tackler, but makes the calls and delivers the wood. On second and goal. Whoop, high snap. Fake the jump pass and now kind of head to the pylon. Not going to get there. Georgia drops him for a loss of 1.
In 2005, Georgia took on the Tigers from LSU in the SEC Championship. The Bulldogs won their second SEC Championship game, led by quarterback DJ Shockley, who threw 2 touchdowns, both to Sean Bailey, and ran in another to defeat LSU 34-14. This was the last time Georgia won the SEC Championship.
For the Dogs, and it all starts with the freshman from Houston County High School in Warner Robins, local product, Jake Fromm. Jake closing in on 2,000 yards passing on the season. He's had some big moments for a guy as young as he is, obviously, and now playing in the SEC Championship game. Here's a toss sweep. Nick Chubb. Chubb got a big opening. Whoa, one more guy, and he might have been really off to the races. Deshaun Davis tripped him up.
I'm laughing because I talked to Kevin Steele, the defensive coordinator, on the field before the game, and I said, you think you'll see some toss sweeps? And he goes, well, maybe.
But they got to get all of this one. And here comes that rush from Auburn. Fromm hangs in, got it. Complete. Nicole Hardman and a first down.
Well, how about that throw?
There they up, quick to the line. Keep it on the ground. Kerryon Johnson broke 1 tackle, but not the second. Only got about a yard. Georgia delayed blitz. Stidham going to fire it out in the flat to his safety valve. Kerryon Johnson, and Georgia runs him out of bounds. Roquan Smith with a good job to keep him contained on that sideline. Straight 4-man rush, swing pass out. Kerryon Johnson, Lorenzo Carter giving chase and brings him down. And it'll bring up a punting situation. Fromm trying to throw a screen. Sony Michel looking for blockers. Not going to get there, about a yard short.
Big play out of it. What a heads-up play by both of those players.
And Johnson got a couple.
That's something you cannot teach. Quarterbacks are protected. Running backs are on their own.
7-0 in the end of 1. We'll return to Atlanta after this message and a word from your local station.
Offensive tackle right there. Golson, number 73.
Stidham pumps, brings it back down, throws across his body, and throws it out of bounds.
Well defended by Georgia. They've seen all these tricks.
Ryan Davis in motion. Lorenzo Carter trying to put heat up the middle from the backside, and the ball is out. Still loose. Georgia might have this. Looked like Auburn was going to get on top of it, but I'm not sure now. Neither of the officials. It's Georgia ball. Davin Bellamy's the guy that caused the fumble.
And that saved 3 points. Remember, in game 1, Georgia got a fumble to save 3 points as well, but this time it was forced instead of it. Bellamy comes right around the corner this time, and he beats a good football player in Austin Golson. Gets around it and retreats back inside. Boy, that clock, that mental clock, when you're in that position right there, that's how Jarrett Stidham started this season against Clemson, holding on to it a little too long, and a play that for sure is a sure 3 points ends up in a 0. Great stop by Georgia.
Second forced fumble by number 17, Davin Bellamy, gives it back to the Georgia offense. And Nick Chubb still going. That's his best run of the day, a pickup of about 17. From waits, fires late, got his man. Second time he's got one to Mecole Hardman for a first down. Play action, quick slant, and it's Mecole Hardman again. And Georgia's got something working. To Mecole Hardman, play action here, fires, end zone, just over the outstretched arms, and a flag flies in. Wims was the intended receiver. At the 2-yard line, Sony Michel, the tailback in the eye. They fake the toss from end zone, wide open, Nauta, touchdown.
Here's the tight end right here. Now watch the strong toss. That's the jump part of it right here. Okay, here's the jump, and then here's the pass. Just do a little different angle, but the same result.
2 weeks ago, I said to Jim Chaney, how come you don't use a tight end more often? He said, don't try to be an offensive coordinator.
Yes. Well,
Blankenship, point's good.
You were right.
Nick Chubb closing the gap on Kevin Falk, about to move into 3rd place, and he can maybe catch Darren McFadden. He's never going to catch Herschel, but to be number 2 to Herschel in the Georgia record books, he'll take that any day. Auburn from the 25, quick throw out in the flats to Ryan Davis. Georgia, nice job to hold him to about a 3-yard gain. That 2nd and 7. And Kerryon Johnson, his first carry since it looked like he was shaken up, and he didn't have much on that one. DeAndre Walker was part of the reason.
With the ball, well, patient works unless the offensive line doesn't block. When the offensive line has a big whiff, you're going to get a big negative play when you're standing behind the line of scrimmage. Get pressure again.
Stidham, they're getting some on him right now, and he's got to get rid of it and throw it out to the sideline. Of game time. Georgia from the 32. Sony Michel got a block on the corner, got the edge, and Sony Michel goes for about 20.
Confidence with good pass protection.
Here comes a blitz off the corner, just flips it out to Sony Michel. Oh, what a move! Sony Michel down the sideline. Michel inside the 20. Boy, did he plant his foot on that one. Field. Fromm's going to flip it out to Nick Chubb this time. And Nick trying to head to the end zone, has got it 1st and goal around the 4.
Here.
3rd and goal at the 17. Sony Michel straight up the middle. Georgia plays it safe to play for the field goal and not try to get all of it here.
That was a different look at it.
Blankenship 13 out of 15 on the year. A 27-yard field goal is good. Just to get through that motion. And it's Kerryon Johnson.
This is such a big drive for Auburn. Both linebackers.
There they come. It's Roquan Smith, and he's going to get to Stidham.
Linebackers, you can watch them right here. They're both going to come on the play. Both inside linebackers. Miss block inside, and it's over.
Chandler Cox had no shot at getting number 3.
And I was thinking that Auburn might go 4 downs in that situation right there. And
let's go down to Allen.
Coach, the penalties cost you a touchdown, cost your defense an interception. Why so many self-imposed mistakes?
Well, we're being aggressive. Those aren't undisciplined penalties. They're aggressive penalties. We got to do a better job executing and do what we coach to do.
In a game that's so evenly matched, what will set you apart in the second half?
Well, I think, again, it comes down to keeping your composure and playing with physicality. That's what we're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
End of the first half with a score, Georgia 10, Auburn 7. We'll be back with a Dr. Pepper tuition giveaway after this message from your local station. The SEC Championship on CBS presented by Dr. Pepper. Moments away from the start of the third quarter. Georgia with a 3-point lead over Auburn, 10-7. And he'll give it off. Sonny Michel trying to get to the edge. And he got about 7 to open up the third quarter. Welcome back, everybody. 3. He'll get it again, and he ran by the first guy, and he's got a first down.
We whipped the dog crap out of him.
And then Kirby was asked, how do you sit? Do you sit well with that? He said, well, when you perform the way we did, you're in the right to say whatever you want. He'll get the call. Got 3, maybe 4. Natrez Patrick and Roquan Smith are there to meet him, and it brings up third down.
Doesn't look like a blitz, does it? Nope.
A late one comes from Roquan Smith, and it's going to pay off because Trenton Thompson just got enough of an ankle on Stidham to bring him down. His holder's been there for every one of those points. Snaps a little high, and the kick is blocked. And Dominic Sanders has got it for Georgia.
And this was just a mush rush up the inside.
A huge play by the Georgia special teams.
Oh, by the way, everyone has reacted. It looked like it was just a push. Too much of a push inside over the middle. And then late, yes, that was just too much of a rush inside. He got the block.
Hawkins Muckle is the guy that got it. And a 31-yard field goal that you thought was a chip shot for that guy is blocked by Georgia.
You know, that's 6 points. Remember for game 1, Georgia left points on the field. Now Auburn has left 6 points on the field.
25. Chubb tried to get some of it back and got 8 or 9 of it. Oklahoma already a winner today, so they punched their ticket. Wisconsin and Ohio State play tonight. It's number 2 and number 6 right here, and right now number 6 has the lead. But another bad penalty. Moon over Atlanta through the roof of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That penalty gave Auburn their opening salvo at the 46-yard line. Oh, Roquan Smith says hello to Devin Barrett. And at the 41. Play action. Stidham wants to throw back out there, and he one-hops it out to Cam Martin, incomplete. They back out of it this time. Stidham hopping around in the pocket. Has to throw low and away, and incomplete, intended for Davis.
Less complicated by the second.
From quick play fake, and the throw complete out to Godwin, and Terry Godwin's got it at midfield and into Auburn territory. They fake the end around. Fromm's going to throw it short out to Miko Hardman.
Well, great decisions by the quarterback, Jake Fromm.
2nd and 4. Nick Chubb ran into his own guy, bounced off, and Nick Chubb on his way down inside the 25. Might have been the best thing he could have done is run into his own blocker. Looking for his 15th field goal of the year. Up and good. Georgia tacks on 3 more. Just hit the field goal. This one's going to be returnable, I think. They've been knocking on the right sideline. Whoa, man. Collision over there about the 22. Stidham going deep. Slayton's out there, and he overshot him. Pretty good coverage by DeAndre Baker. Who's going to win the SEC title? We got 15 more minutes to figure it out. We'll return to Atlanta right after this message and a word from your local station. 7-yard line with a first down. The give is to Kerryon Johnson. And the ball is out. And Roquan Smith has got it for Georgia. Another costly turnover, much like the strip sack earlier of Stidham. And the Dogs have got the ball back. Let's see who got it. Maybe Lorenzo Carter. Yep.
Yes, he did. Kerryon Johnson, can't really say it's, we don't know which shoulder it is. We haven't been told a lot. Did not control that ball and protect it. You could see the ball swinging just as Carter's hand came out. So Bellamy and Carter, the two bookends who came back to Georgia for one more year and produced 2 turnovers in this game.
They call themselves the Wolf Pack. The Dog Pack in this case has got the ball back at the 39 of Auburn. First down. And it's Fromm on the keeper. Broke one tackle. Jake Fromm all the way to the 22-yard line. And he's going to throw. Fromm back shoulder. Got it. Godwin. Touchdown. Flag down.
Offside. Lined up in the neutral zone. Number 91 of the defense. The penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Well, I called for the 50-50 throw to the outside. The fade on the other end of the field. We're going to get it down at the bottom right here. See it. Throw it to the outside, back shoulder. He's got it. And I'll tell you, Brad, in this building, that's a tough catch.
Receivers down here on the bottom for Fromm. He's going the other way with it. And he's got it to Godwin again for 2.
Coming right inside.
Here they come up the middle. Roquan Smith's going to force Stidham up in the pocket, and he throws incomplete. Intended for Craig Myers.
Yeah.
When you've got a guy like Nick Chubb, if you can just get him a little bit of room to work, you can wear some clock down. And here he comes. And that's what he's done over his 4-year career, with the exception of that knee injury season.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift spins his way across the first down marker. The previous possession, he just went from 3 to 2 and passed Darren McFadden, and now Herschel's the only guy in front. That's sensational.
Couldn't happen to a better guy,
You're right. It's the SEC Championship, the Georgia Bulldogs and the Auburn Tigers. Stidham, end zone touchdown.
Backside pressure, the ball is out. Georgia has the football.
From end zone, wide open, Nada.
Let's go! Georgia and Auburn. A rematch for the ages.
Swift with Fromm in the backfield. He'll get the carry. DeAndre Swift, and he's fast, and he's maybe gone. DeAndre Swift, touchdown.
He saw the play break out. Here's the block by Wims right here. That's what broke it. Wims blocks, but at the top of the screen, watch Kirby. He's out of the screen. Wims is, here comes Kirby. He's going to come back into picture.
Hey, he was all SEC in 1998. Captain of the team. There he goes. And there goes DeAndre Swift. 75 yards in just 3 plays, and the freshman has given the Dogs a 3-touchdown lead for the SEC championship. Stidham, kind of a quick play fake, and the ball is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. Here comes that blitz from Roquan Smith up the middle again. Stidham has time, and incomplete intended for Davis, and it's broken up by Tyreek McGee.
Our kids say, "What was that, Dad?"
Here's the punt of flags down. Georgia covers the punt around the 38, but again a penalty marker on the play.
Illegal substitution on the receiving team. 12 men on the field at the snap. The 5-yard penalty at the previous spot results in a first down.
A gift for the Dogs. Georgia with the football back at the 41. They're going to give it to Brian Harrion on an end around. And Harrion getting in the act. First down. Pickup of 12. Chubb, Michelle, Holyfield, all those guys.
And I remember after the game when Gus Malzahn said that, and I...
First and 10 for Georgia. Swift spins at the line of scrimmage. Wow, look at that run. He's a determined freshman playing in his first championship game. They got Michael Barnett, and there's a fullback in the eye here. As Holyfield this time does get a first down.
Great run right there. He knew he only needed that short yardage. Or do whatever he had to find that one crack and then spin into it. Avoid that last possible tackle and fall forward. You don't want 5 yards. You don't want 10 yards. You want 1 yard, and he got it.
And the son of the 4-time heavyweight champion of the world from Atlanta, who's got a new statue going up downtown here. 2008 was the last team from the SEC East to win the championship. It was the Florida Gators. And as Gary said earlier, last time Georgia was able to do it was 2005. We'll have to wait and see about his injury, whether he's got a month to heal. Jarrett Stidham going down at the 30-yard line. DeAndre Walker with the exclamation point on the Auburn quarterback. Georgia's a minute away from their 12th win of the season. It's only the 3rd time in their history that would happen. One of Mark Richt's teams that won a Sugar Bowl went 12-1. Vince Dooley's undefeated national champions with Herschel Walker won 12 and lost none. And now Georgia's going to be 12-1 with the playoff looming. Third down and give me some help for Jarrett Stidham. And it's 4th down. What a difference 21 days makes if you're a Georgia fan. Stidham, last chance, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that kind of summed it up right there, didn't it?
It did.
Somebody's a yard away from a record or something, and he said, why are you telling me that now?
Well, he just got a bath. Kirby Smart in his 2nd year has taken Georgia to the SEC championship, and they do it basically on their home turf here in Georgia.
Takes the championship in year 2. Everybody else goes, why can't you do that?
A freshman quarterback, a great running attack, a tough defense, and the biggest win for Georgia in decades. And now what will the future hold for that guy? Will we see Gus Malzahn continuing to coach Auburn, or will he be at Arkansas? We know one thing, Kirby Smart's not going anywhere. And his resilient Georgia Bulldogs, a unanimous winner today. Allie's with the winning coach.
Coach, congratulations on the first SEC championship for Georgia since 2005. What was the difference this time from 3 weeks ago?
Composure and physicality. That's all it was about. Composure and physicality, and great kids like this.
31 seniors on this roster, with Nick Chubb being one of them. They trusted you. He came back for his senior year. What can you say about what they've meant to this program?
It meant everything to this program. The leadership that he and Sony Michel and the rest of these seniors have provided for us, it's impeccable. And this is an awesome win for our program, for our university, and a lot of people around the state of Georgia.
Thank you, Coach. Congrats, Nick. You glad you came back?
Thank you. I'm so glad I came back.
I bet you are, guys.
Man, a few words, but a lot of yards. A lot of yards. Second only to Herschel. Nick Chubb and the Georgia Bulldogs are the Southeastern Conference champions for 2017. Now it's time for the play of the game presented by Napa Auto Parts. We could have picked a whole bunch of them, but you want to put a game away, and you got Sony Michel nursing a little bit of a knee. You've worn Nick Chubb to the nub, and then you go, let's give it to the freshman. And DeAndre Swift is not only swift, he's fast too. 64 yards for a touchdown. This is how Scott Howard called it on the Bulldog Radio Network.
Leading at 21-7 here in the 4th quarter. He's moved Godwin in motion from left to right out of the shotgun. Give it to Fromm. He's going to hand it off to Swift. Swift's got running room. Swift by the defense. 40, 30. They won't catch him. Go Swift into the end zone. Touchdown. The freshman just ran it back to Philadelphia.
Maybe not to Philadelphia, but at least to the left end zone. That was good enough. They're going to the playoffs, and there will be a party in this state tonight. 76,534 saw it. That's going to wrap it up for us. For Gary Danielson, Allie LaForce, Brad Nessler saying so long from Atlanta. Dogs win 28-7. College football postgame show powered by Ram is up next right after these messages.
Your 2017 SEC champions, the Georgia Bulldogs. It takes a full team effort to win a championship, there's no doubt about that. But we're gonna start with our MVP, and that is Roquan Smith. Everybody, let's give it up for Roquan. Roquan, congratulations. We know Kirby loves defense. You made him proud out there. Auburn scored on the opening drive. They didn't score again. How special is this defense?
Very special, you know. Week in, week out, we prepared for it. We knew everything from last game. We pretty much gave to them, and we just was determined this game, if they got something on our defense, they was going to earn it. And it's a special feeling. I can't thank those guys enough in the back.
What makes this team not just an SEC champion, but a national champion team?
Just all we've been through, and we play for each other. It means more when you play for the man next to you. And just having that deep inside, knowing your why, and it just makes you go even further than you can think.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Coach Smart, how do you describe what it's like not only to win an SEC championship in your second year, but for your alma mater?
Well, give it up for Rope.
Hey, you guys have more games to play. Keep the stage together, okay?
First off, I want to thank these fans. They have traveled across the country. They have been all over the place to turn out and turn it up for these dogs. We appreciate you more than you know. Now, I'd also like to thank the University of Georgia administration, President Moorhead, Greg McGarity, all the athletic support staff, and these seniors on this team are special. They are special people.
Congratulations again, Coach. Now I turn it over to SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey.
Thank you, Allie. Let me say first, thank you to our hosts at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, who tonight hosted the greatest fans in college football, fans of the Southeastern Conference. We offer our congratulations to Auburn University for a great game today and a great season, and wish them well during the postseason. And now it's my privilege to present the 2017 SEC Football Championship Trophy to Coach Kirby Smart, the University of Georgia Bulldogs.
And there it is. In just his second year, Kirby Smart has Georgia on top of the SEC. And now he'll go after a national championship in the college football playoff. The Dogs joining Oklahoma and USC as Power 5 conference champions already this season. Tonight brings Clemson against Miami and Wisconsin against Ohio State. But the celebration is on here in Atlanta and across the state of Georgia. We will get you caught up on an incredible championship Saturday as the college football postgame show powered by Ram continues.
Well, I'd first like to kind of reiterate what I said the other day. It's been a very special privilege to be a part of the SEC championship game. I've always said it's one of the greatest events in all of college sports. It's truly a special opportunity to bring a young team into this environment. I also want to say a special thanks to our seniors. You know, these guys, incredible leaders from day one, and bought in. I know how much it meant for these guys to be in this game. I know how excited they are to play again against whoever, whenever. They enjoy being together, and I always say that chemistry outweighs competency. And sometimes these guys, they've always been a privilege for us to be around. But our goal today was to come out and compete. We stressed two words the entire week. We tried to keep it really simple: composure and physicality. And it was a physical, tough game. And we kept our composure for the most part. We had some moments in there, but nothing worth having comes easy in this game. And these guys certainly earned this honor and this distinction of being SEC champs. So with that, I'll open it up.
Should y'all be the one? Y'all beating everybody you played.
That's a bold statement. I'll be honest with you. This team, because there is no home field advantage, they're excited to be in the playoff, hopefully be in the playoff, and we don't really concern ourselves with rankings. We never have, you know. So what does it really matter? If you're 1 through 4, you're in the tournament. So that was our goal, and that's what we've achieved.
Wilson Alexander with the Macon Telegraph. Coach, how much does it mean to you to bring a championship back to your alma mater?
Well, it's special. I mean, I tell you what's special to me. It's bringing it back to alma mater is great. I was very fortunate to get a coach on the team in 2005 that won one, and I thought that was special. But what's special to me is seeing Nick Chubb, Sonny Michel, Roquan Smith, seeing Terry Godwin and Roquan Smith hugging on a stage in tears because they care about each other so much. That's why I do this. It's because of these guys. And it's great to bring it back to Georgia, and the Bulldog Nation is certainly starved. But these young men deserve a ton of credit.
Oh, Roquan, they scored on you on the first drive, and then after you come up with that fumble recovery, it seemed just like the momentum changed with you guys defensively getting after him. So what did change after that turnover?
Coach preached all week, just keep your composure. So we knew they would make plays. You know, they're in the SEC, so we knew they'll make plays, you know. And they did that on the first drive, but we just had to keep all composure and keep fighting back and keep chopping him. That's what it was.
Nick, the first time you guys played them, they really shut down the run game. What was the difference today that made you so successful at it?
I think just a preparation coming into the game. We kind of had the motivation from last game, just not being as successful as we wanted to. We just put in our minds as an offense, like, I mean, no one should be able to stop us. We have a great offensive line. The wideouts do a great job blocking. We have so many talented backs, and the play calling, it all came together and worked out for us.
Nick, you've spoken a lot over the last few weeks about, you know, what it meant to come back, and this is what you came back for. Could you just talk about your emotions in the last few minutes of the game when obviously we're secure, and then what you thought after the game when the confetti fell and everything?
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Just unbelievable experience. And I mean, this is why, you know, the guys we came back for. And I remember just talking like to the senior class, man, back at camp, man. We met in the room, just a little private meeting, and we just kind of talked about what we want to do. And it all paid off, and this moment right here is what we worked for.
Nick, what did you think of when DeAndre Swift broke that 64-yard run, come in there and do like that? I guess he's kind of kept y'all on you and Sonny on your toes all year, but it was a big one, kind of put the nail in the coffin, I think.
It was. We kind of give him, you know, a little trouble because we had to tell him he had to break away. He finally broke one way. He's picking them knees up, man. He was moving on that. We're proud of him. He's a great running back.
Kirby, you were asked about this a little bit yesterday, but to win the first SEC championship, to have Georgia do it in this building, I mean, is there any extra special meaning to that?
Yeah, I think to our fan base and the state and the people around the university, that's certainly a prideful thing to be in this beautiful stadium. And Dan Quinn called me and said he already painted all the seats red and black for us, so he had it loosened up. But yeah, I think the first one here, and you know, you certainly hope to be able to get back to this place and make this a home for us.
Everybody be piped up. Game day be so crazy. SC don't like us. Coach Smart gon' lead the way. Between the hedges on game day. Defense gon' man up. DB's gon' jam up. Offense gon' run the ball, throw a play, ask 'cause they ran up. Red zone, now we going in. Fourth quarter, going for the win.